Well, let's take a hypothetical. Let's say President Trump, playing devil's advocate, loses the Badger state of Wisconsin, but obtains Minnesota. That's an even 93. He's the next president of the United States.
Exactly.
So you have this could actually happen where some surprises take place.
Exactly. So is there a new call right now, guys, as we look and we see President Trump at 204 electoral votes to 112. Looking across the union right now, looking for any states that have popped up, but Montana, yeah, so there's the latest numbers, 204 to 112. The key is 270, the path to Washington, D.C., 1600 President Trump leading right now, as you're watching live here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. All right, so having Ohio and Florida, to your point earlier, Bobby, remember we were talking about the older electoral college, and it says of past election cycles.
Right.
Those were huge states to win. Now it's so
very difficult to win.
Right, and a lot different now, it seems.
Right. And if you look at, and this is the influence of the Trump momentum and President Trump's endorsement and how key it is, because Governor Ron DeSantis was way behind in the primary. President Trump came in and helped defeat a very popular statewide agriculture commissioner in the state of Florida and a former congressman. Ron DeSantis rises to that, but he only beats Andrew Gillum, the socialist mayor of Tallahassee, by 0.04%. His re-election, he wins by over 20% of the vote. And it shows you the changing of the map, especially people moving from blue areas into the more red states because of COVID mandates and because of what has taken place really in the last 4 years. The map has changed.
The thing that's wild, guys, those of you watching right now, whether you're watching at a election party, whether you're watching with friends and family, whether you're watching by yourself, I want to talk directly to you real quick. In 60 more electoral votes, President Trump wins. Iowa has now just went to Trump. Iowa has just now went to Trump as well. 6 electoral votes for the Hawkeye.
Iowa.
The caucus for Iowa did great there before the primary in New Hampshire, and now look at it, winning in the presidential election, the projected winner according to...
You guys need to look this one. Look at this one.
The state of Iowa, Bobby. I mean...
See? Polly Market, over 91%, he winning right now. 91%, guy.
We see him winning in Minnesota, not winning, leading currently. He may win these states. But my point is he's leading in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, North Carolina, and Arizona, technically right now on the map. It is in favor of President Trump in all of those states. He only needs 60 electoral votes to be the 47th president of the United States.
Come on, Trump, you can do it. 60.
Political comeback potentially. So 60 out of the 93 needed. If you made a bet on Kalshi regarding Iowa, because we saw major news outlets saying Iowa would drop for Kamala Harris, you probably just made some money.
Right here, guy.
You made some money, but
Right here. Okay.
You're making a lot more money because the gas prices would be down. But that's for another day. We're talking numbers right now. Let's go to Palm Beach, Florida. RSBN's Harrison Fields and Megan Kohler. They're live at the Team Trump watch party. Man, it might be a party tonight in Florida. Let's go.
Look here. After our Robin Hood right here, Donald Trump channel, $48 right now, guy. Look at here, 48. Oh, look crazy. Okay? After hour right now, it's running like crazy. It's traded right now, 4 hour. See, right here, Trump guy. Look at it. Look at Trump. Did you watch this guy?
Okay, obviously a little bit of audio issues there.
A historic Trump, it definitely seems like 45 will be becoming 47 in a matter of hours.
Yep, 47.
A lot of returns still coming in. Crucial battleground states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. But let me tell you, they underestimated Donald Trump again. And I think he is proving to the media and to the world that is a bad bet.
That's exactly right. We have less than 100 votes to go for Donald Trump to secure the 270 votes for the Electoral College. Lots of races being called here on the ground tonight. Every time they call a race for Donald Trump, of course, everyone's cheering. And even as the votes are coming in and he's increasing, like in Pennsylvania, for example, everyone's cheering. People are super excited here.
See, Trump Media Network, $48 right now, guys. Up almost $14 after hour right now. It's trading right now.
198 electoral votes. Pennsylvania is in counting, but Trump is
Look here, Trump guy.
there.
Trump right there, 48.50.
Kansas,
Surprise, huh?
Arizona, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa are all leaning Trump. So we are
Look
so
here.
excited to see what happens next.
Holy market, 91%.
The pathway for President Trump.
Party right now, guys.
The Sun Belt, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, that's one path, and then you get one of the blue wall states up in the Midwest. Donald Trump is doing something that he did in 2016. He's winning the Sun Belt, but he's also winning the Rust Belt. If you look at turnout in Pennsylvania, I was talking to internal sources that said Pennsylvania is a wrap for Trump. If Trump wins Pennsylvania, it's over. Then you look at Wisconsin. The numbers in Wisconsin are historic.
Right there, guys, winning. I live stream right now.
But it's the lack of the urban vote for Kamala Harris. And you ask yourself why. All the exit polls, all the reporters on both sides of the aisle are saying the black and Hispanic community and the Jewish community are voting for Republicans in ways that they've never seen before. It's a testament to the good work of the Trump campaign trying to court black voters, Hispanic voters, Jewish voters.
Right here,
And they talk about
Elon Musk tried to ring the thing right here, go to White House.
siding with the pro-Palestinian groups.
He ring the thing to Tesla Twister right now. He ring the thing. Look at this.
She hasn't done a thing.
That's Elon Musk right now. See? He ready, guy.
Trump had a record of success, and they trust him on the issues of the economy, the border, and ending the wars overseas. We're seeing something that's historic. Right
Fight, people.
Virginia. Donald Trump is within 30,000 votes.
I mean,
in the
Coco.
Commonwealth of Virginia. If that doesn't sound like DEFCON 1, 2, 3, wow, we missed something big right now.
They really underestimated the enthusiasm that Donald Trump has, which is exactly what happened in 2016. Again, in 2020, I think they were a little more prepared for that. But now, a Trump, I want to call it a landslide, but I think it's a monsoon. Is that even bigger than a landslide? There's so many people turning out to vote for President Trump in this election.
It's not a trickle. Some would say it's not even a wave. Some would say if he gets 316 plus, which a lot of projections are saying he may get 316, tsunami, typhoon, whatever you want to
Have you
call it,
seen? You guys see Bitcoin?
it's really, really good.
74,000 right now, Bitcoin, guy.
Especially in Pennsylvania.
Dễ sợ cái gì cũng lên không?
A source was telling me that they just don't have the numbers right now. It's a math game. Math is simple. There's no fooling around, no funny business with the math. They either have the voters out there remaining or they don't.
You guys see Bitcoin break out 74,000?
Pennsylvania.
That means Trump winning.
Where are they going to get it? And I think the answer is increasingly starting to be clear that they just don't have the votes in Pennsylvania to get it over the finish line for Kamala Harris. And if Trump wins Pennsylvania, he may be here before midnight. Because you have a situation where his advisors are saying, sir, you've won Pennsylvania, you've won North
Okay,
Carolina,
right here, for
Georgia.
Bitcoin, right here, the
He's in the lead there.
Trump
Nevada's gonna be coming out very
stock right here, 48,000.
It's a wrap for him if the numbers continue right now. We don't want to get ahead of our skis.
But be careful, the Democrat good at cheating.
I would rather be Donald Trump right now.
The Democrat, watch out, Democrat, they're cheating right now.
Is feeling right now. I think he shocked the world again.
And they use in black neighborhood, guy.
A lot of poll stations are
Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Atlanta. If in California, they use Carson, South Central. Come on, I know that people.
To get their counting and votes in. But we have some updates on the Senate races. It is looking really, really, really good for Bernie Moreno of the Republican Party in Ohio with 79% reporting. He's leading 50.9%. Dave McCormick for Pennsylvania has 49.2% with 55% reporting. Ted Cruz, they were just cheering for Ted Cruz out there, looking to win Texas. Tammy Baldwin from the Democrat Party in Wisconsin has 49.2 with 50% reporting. So that we'll keep an eye on that as well. So let's see what happens in the Senate. I really believe the Republicans are about to take the Senate majority.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough to see because we don't have all the live numbers. I'm sure the studio will probably fill in what we can't fill in just because we don't have the resources right now. But I think the Senate basically is split. If you look at let's just call it Ohio, obviously West Virginia. A little disappointed to see that Hung Cow did not pull it off in Virginia based off the projections that I'm seeing.
Hung Cow not
Trump's
winning.
Still in the game in Virginia. Let's talk about Iowa. For the past 72 hours, they've been talking about this Iowa poll. Talking about how if Kamala Harris truly is in the lead in Iowa, and what else are we missing in Wisconsin and other battleground states? The Iowa poll.
Even Michigan.
Kamala Harris up.
Look at Michigan, turn red right now, guys.
It was a
Right here, Michigan, guys, turn red. Everything turn red. The red win right now, red win go, man. He win big.
Showing Donald Trump losing to Hillary Clinton by 16 points in Wisconsin. He went on.
Let's go, Brandon.
So they released this bogus poll in Iowa. The campaign already knew it was bogus. All the people on the
Look at this.
saying, Mr. President.
Look at it, 93% right now winning. 93%, guys.
Trump won the state by over
Red way.
So it goes to show you that again, the polling did not add up this time. Trump voters weren't answering the call. They kept their vote private. They voted early. They voted today, and they voted.
Look at that, Iowa
They
winning.
did something that the
Now win big.
tomorrow.
It's so big now.
We underestimated the Republican Party again, but we also underestimated the capabilities and the frustrations of the people. You look at the Hispanic community. I'm half Puerto Rican. We were gassed.
Head up, that's you.
Stupid joke.
Oh man, it's for you. Lady, I wait for you right here.
Black people, we've been told all the time how Republicans are so racist. Donald Trump's going to put you back in chains, like Joe Biden said. Black people showed up for Trump today. So you're seeing an historic.
Right here, wait.
Not to mention the Jewish population. Who really felt like they had
ทั้งหมด
on their back because of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
Oh, 93%.
So you're seeing a historic coalition of support in every.
No, they cannot cheating right now. The win so big.
Pennsylvania, Wisconsin,
Still,
Nevada,
you never know for the last minute.
No, they can't because they're afraid of when they're cheating and not Donald Trump win, they go to jail. That's why they don't cheating right now.
When I really think the Democrats have just taken the minority vote for
They love it cheating.
all those groups you just listed. They basically
Look at guy.
we have it in the bag. The Democrats think they don't have to earn those votes of those people, but the people are waking up and they're realizing, what have you done for our community? Our community is worse off under you versus when we were under President Trump. So these people are waking up, they're turning out to vote for President Trump, and there's a lot of black pastors waking up as well and speaking out about Christian values in the church. They're
Đồ
saying,
chân
"Why
rết
are
hết
you
trơn rồi."
voting for Democrats when they're completely against Christian values?"
Yeah. We talked about the underestimating of the American.
Come on, you guys see Bitcoin breakout?
Never underestimated
74,000 right now.
the American people who have been screaming at the media, screaming at the White House. We have a crisis out
Come
there.
on, then.
Completely ignored for almost 4 years. Screaming that prices were way too high. They couldn't afford gas, groceries, and rent. The Democratic Party said inflation was what? Transitory. And the economy is the best economy in the world. That's supposed to help us. When gas, groceries, and rent are all up 30, 40, 50%, the American people spoke. They've got issues with the wars overseas. They know that Donald Trump was the first president in my life.
Because of this, so he winning. You guys Democrats so dirty.
Donald Trump said, my foreign policy is simple. I want people to stop dying, senselessly dying. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets on the phone with Putin and Zelensky tomorrow and gets the whole Eastern European war over in a day.
Literally.
We were so hungry for it.
CA. Go, man. How he dance. He got crazy.
The White House.
Oh, yes.
Woo-hoo!
Woo-hoo!
Because based on the administration's record, how can anyone believe that she would stop the war in Ukraine? That she would somehow help Israel? That she would somehow stand up for Taiwan? Donald Trump has that legitimacy because he brought peace at home and abroad. And they're voting on the issues. The issues today.
Kamala Harris has not shown strong leadership qualities in any aspect of what you just described. I mean, even as the borders are, she did not even go down to the border until everyone got pressuring her to finally do so. Imagine her on the global stage negotiating trade deals with other leaders of other countries when it comes to foreign policy, the commander-in-chief of our military. People are realizing we can't even picture her in that position. We need real leadership, like with Donald Trump. And people in Democrat-run states, Democrat-run cities, they're realizing that over time, why do we keep voting for Democrats when they're not giving us any kind of results? People have been in office for way longer than they ever should have been. We need some term limits, by the way. I'm all about term limits, but hey, that's just me. Bernie Moreno's doing amazing in Ohio because Sherrod Brown has been a senator for almost 20 years. And how is he doing?
Right.
People are fed up. They want to get Bernie Moreno in there, so I'm really proud of him. Hasn't been officially projected yet, but looking good for Bernie.
Yeah, looking great for Bernie. I just saw the corner of my eye. Hubby in Wisconsin is basically tied 49-49 right now. The edge is going to probably end up going to him.
Mapped so closely. Thank you so much, Megan and Harrison. They are joining us from West Palm Beach, the viewing party. President Donald J. Trump will hopefully be making a celebratory speech at that venue later on tonight, because when you take a look at what's happening on this electoral college map, it is downright inspiring at this moment. We're talking about 6 out of the 7 swing states now turning in favor for Donald J. Trump, from Georgia to North Carolina. Look at Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and we know on the West Coast, the polls are closing in 1 minute. Well, actually, it's 9:56. 9:56, 4 minutes away from just about all of the polls closing, and then slowly but surely we're going to start to get these returns. And even in California, Donald J. Trump has a chance, and it's not just for him. He knows that we need a Republican Senate, we need a Republican House of Representatives, and there are races, especially in Orange County, California, where we could have new congressional leaders.
Come on, 60 more point, guys.
In the House of Representatives. Now, I do want to point out, we know that California typically goes blue, same for Oregon, same for Washington. Idaho, almost always a red state. This is a big agricultural area, a lot of rural communities here. Boise, Idaho sometimes goes blue. It has been red before. We're expecting Idaho to be red. In Nevada, where we have 6 electoral votes up for grabs, this is going to be a big one as well. But I do believe, when you look at the latest polling data, when you take a look at what's been happening with the registrations, Nevada will likely go to Trump. Now, let's kind of focus in and show you how much of a margin President Trump is leading by now in these key battleground states. We are looking good right now. 51% for Donald Trump.
51%. He got almost 140,000
Wow.
vote
That's
difference.
what we're seeing in Georgia. Now let me take you into North Carolina. We're looking good for 50.9% versus
54, he got
48%.
almost 140,000.
He's now at 210. We're looking great there. Over 113 for Kamala Harris. We know she's going to get that 54 more than likely for California, so it's still going to be a very tight election. We take you now into Michigan, show you what's happening there. 51 to 47 in Michigan. We had a feeling the blue-collar vote was going to go to Donald Trump in Michigan. It is reviewing that at this time. When it comes to how many votes have been
Whoa, 60,000 vote, guys.
It's a long night here. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but it does look more favorable. We take a look now at what's happening in Wisconsin. 59% of the
Even
vote has been
Wisconsin.
counting, and President Donald
Come on,
Trump
show the number.
is up in the Badger State.
Oh, he up almost 30,000.
48.4% here in the state of Minnesota. A state that would
Whoa, even Minnesota. He up almost 50,000 right now.
Go ahead in the chat, light it up. Tell us what
Weird guy.
having him as your potential.
This is government will sleep with the Chinese woman here.
Minnesota right now, 9% of
Come
vote
on,
has been
man.
counted,
That being you.
61% versus 36
Not fake.
for Donald J. Trump, and the rest going.
Even this one, 50,000 vote
on the
difference.
ballot. And of course, we're gonna finish off with Arizona, and then I'm gonna talk about one of our great sponsors, Birch Gold. First up though, Arizona, right now, 50% of the vote has been tallied, 49% going to Donald J. Trump, and 49%, they're dead heat right
Dead
now
heat.
in Arizona.
But this one already voted, but over here not reported yet.
Outside of Tucson has reported, look at all this rural territory where crime rates have gone up because of illegal migration. We're looking much better off. Right now, on the map, we have 6 out of the 7 swing states looking favorable for Donald J. Trump, and of course, the 7th is going to be Nevada. And the polls just closed in Nevada just moments ago. And so we are looking at, now here's the deal. How it goes in California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, some of these states that do have later voting, obviously it's the West Coast, they have to tally every single vote. So if you're waiting in line, stay in line. You might be joining us on your phone as you're waiting in line. Stay in line, make sure that you get that vote counted, because it's not just for Donald J. Trump that we have to
Ồ mà
concern
có phải lên
ourselves with.
160 mấy
It
rồi
is the
kìa.
entire House and the entire
Cái gì 113 quá chứ.
Now, Birch Gold
Okay.
has been a spectacular sponsor for us
Okay.
here at RSBN. And
Thấy chưa?
as
California.
we sit here tonight on this final night, when
She
we
got about
finally
210
decision,
and he got
it's people like
312
Birch Gold
at
that we
least.
did. When our founder, Joe Seals, started this 9 years ago,
Cái number nó không có, you know,
we found great
they have no more room.
And so we're looking really, really good right now on the map. And part of the reason why President Donald
Look here for the Democrat cheating, guy.
we have to offer at RSBN is because we do not have
They're good at that. They're good at cheating. They're good at lying, okay?
allows us to bring you this coverage. The Biden-Harris regime, they have reduced our purchasing power. Our money doesn't go as far as it used to. In order to keep up with the trend, many of us have had to max out credit cards. Others of us have had to dip into our 401k. Well, you don't have to do that. You can get some diversification in your life and have a sound peace of mind about your finances with Birch Gold. Precious metals has been a safe haven for years and years, since the Roman Empire, as a matter of fact. Now, if we are blessed, as this map is leading us to believe, for the Donald J. Trump presidency, it's still going to take our economy some time to rebound. We talked about the Keystone XL pipeline. If that project goes up and running again, it's still going to take about a year before we start to see it really make a difference in our economy. So you can protect your savings with the help of our friends from Birch Gold, and they will help you. They will educate you. They will get you the resources that you need so that you can make sound financial decisions for your family. And if you act fast, especially tonight before these are gone, you can still get that silver coin that you see featured there on the side of your screen. It's gorgeous. It features President Donald J. Trump with his fist in the air as he defiantly says,
Fight, fight, fight.
This is the man who we want to lead our country. This is the man who will stand up to our foreign adversaries, and you can commemorate that moment with this coin. Now, if you're interested, you can ask questions. You don't have to go ahead and buy something right away. They want to help you. They'll help you ask the right questions. Text 989898. Text the word Trump to 989898. Secure your financial future with our friends at Birch Gold Group. And also, another way that you can educate yourself and your children, for that matter, is with the help of Mike Huckabee. And he has helped us all out with the Free Trump book. Now, the Free Trump book is one of those things you sign up for and you become part of a club, and they continue to update you with valuable resources for your kids that they're not going to get anywhere else. And this is an opportunity for you to spend some time with your kids reading and talking about politics, talking about our country, what makes it great. The mainstream media has never treated President Donald J. Trump fairly. What our kids are learning about him from the mainstream media is false. So, Mike Huckabee's team put together a fantastic gift bundle that includes the Kids Guide to President Trump and the Kids Guide to Courage of the President. Both are excellent resources for young Americans. Our children, they're the ones who are going to inherit this great nation. That's why we want so much for Donald J. Trump to win this presidency tonight. 4 more years for Donald J. Trump. But you can educate them on why it's so important so that they make good decisions when they become of age to cast that all-important vote. Plus, if you act now, you can get a commemorative Christmas ornament. Visit freetrumpbook.com, order yours today. Your children and grandchildren, they deserve to hear the inspirational stories of Donald J. Trump, not just what the media forces on us. Again, you can get yours by visiting freetrumpbook.com. Okay, back to the map, because while I was talking, we had a little bit of action, not the greatest action, but it's not that big of a shock. We were expecting this. California has gone to Kamala Harris. So now we're at 179 to 214, and the race to 270 goes on. We're still not intimidated, though. Washington State also called for Kamala Harris. Not a surprise there. You think about the city of Seattle, you think about what happened during the riots. This
I lived here,
area
guy, before. I'm a loser. I'm a loser right here.
to put their hands
So,
on
I've been
when it comes
there.
to law and order. In California, Prop 36.
I lived here a couple years, and right now I live right here, all loser state.
That is the law and order. Basically, that's the measure that would keep people from being able to just walk into a store and take $1,000 worth of goods right off the shelf. 70% of the state said that they don't want it. When Kamala Harris was asked about it, she said she wasn't going to chime in. That's the woman who could potentially lead our country now.
She don't know what she doing. Come on, guy.
It goes to
She
show
have the
that
behind, the organized crime behind her.
want.
To support her, that's all.
Better because even when you cast these votes, when you think about what these votes mean for Kamala Harris, it's only brought her up from 179. We've still got Nevada, and this will likely turn red. And again, 6 out of the 7 swing states at this point in the evening are all shaded in red. Now, I'd like to jump in the chat from time to time. I like to see what you guys are interested in knowing more about. And somebody said they want to know about Colorado. So here's a look at what's happening in Colorado. This is why it turned red. I mean, you can see it pretty vividly here. Denver is the reason why. You go just to the south where you have cattle country in Colorado Springs area. That area is red. So within the big cities, even in Fort Collins, that is what turned the state blue, or kept it blue to say, I mean, to just be quite frank, because this is one of those states that typically votes blue, just like some of our other states that are heavily influenced by the populous areas, where you get that dense population hub, and it's Denver in Colorado. So let's take a minute and kind of look around a little bit more, see if there's any changes of note here. I'm feeling really good about the fact that you see so much red here in Minnesota.
Look at here, still 93% right there, guy.
The votes up there.
The people know.
40% of the votes now have been counted.
Minnesota,
60.6
almost 90,000 votes.
to Donald J. Trump. So guys, I mean, this is downright inspiring. The fact that 6 out of the 7.
You can look at this one. He got 51 million votes,
Now, Virginia,
and the lady only 45 million in true California.
Feeling it was going to go blue. Just want to give you an idea where Virginia is right now. 50% Kamala, 48% Donald J. Trump, so it's still relatively tight. But because of its proximity to Washington, D.C., obviously D.C. within Virginia, this is an area that typically goes blue. So
Yeah, because they call it swamp.
Bobby, I don't know about you. I know it's still early, but boy, oh boy, we're looking
You
good.
see? They know he winning with that whole one right there.
It's 11:07
See?
Eastern time. Thank you so much, Christina Loren there, breaking down all of the electoral map that you saw right there. And we were talking about Virginia. We know that Harris has about a 2% lead over there. Still polls, precincts to be counted and votes to be counted there. Let's look at North Carolina again real quick. It looks like President Trump is leading in North Carolina.
Bitcoin 74,000 guy.
48%. So 50.8 to 48 over Harris. That is one of the key swing states. We're looking at 16. That's a huge number. 16 electoral votes, Bobby.
If, that's 88% of the votes counted as well. If the Tar Heel states, and same with the Peach State, if they drop in the direction of those 32 votes going towards President Trump, it's looking relatively clear that it would be very hard for Kamala Harris to have a pathway to victory if President Trump sweeps the Sun Belt here.
Also, let's talk about Georgia. It looks like there are other areas that people are calling Georgia as a win for President Trump. The Associated Press has not yet, so we are going to wait until we get that confirmed. And then, of course, we'll be glad to say Georgia went to President Trump. So we're going to be waiting here. You see right there, 90% of the votes in, 51%, 51.
Look at here, he got 140,000 votes, 90%, but that's calling. All the fake news don't want to call it.
It keeps going in that direction, but we want to bring you
Yes,
forward
I'm not
muốn làm ảnh hưởng
and not just.
No, they're waiting for the people to sleep.
Too quickly here.
Exactly.
and then
So,
they cheat.
Yep.
Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. What those states have in common right now is that President Trump is leading in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan,
Lần
Pennsylvania.
này ngày nó chậm
Right
nó bắn
now,
cho biết.
the numbers out of Arizona, the Grand Canyon State, President Donald J. Trump has the lead out there on the West Coast with 50% of the votes counted in Arizona as well, as you see those Georgia numbers with President Trump in the lead there. So things are, listen, it's not about worrying about getting too excited about certain things. I mean, the facts are the facts. And right now, President Trump is, as you said, Bobby, what, 56 electoral votes away, right?
Right, correct.
From being the 47th president of the United States. And if you look at each of the states, again, guys, Arizona, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia are all leading. President Trump is leading every state that I just mentioned in the union.
Yep,
This is
he doing good, guys.
interesting and quite wonderful to see, Bobby.
And I do believe that many times it doesn't matter ultimately who you select as your running mate. If President Trump is able to win Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota, I believe Senator J.D. Vance and his performance in that debate was truly crucial. We know that President Trump has an eye for finding talent. And Senator J.D. Vance, God willing, the next Vice President of the United States, really compliments President Trump so well, and he's shown that with his tough yet gentle nature, really calling out other reporters, saying to certain folks, are you listening to yourself, talking about migrant
Chưa
crime
turn red nữa.
and Trende Alarm.
Red rồi mà nó không có khó. Yeah, animal.
Aurora, saying, oh, this is one or two.
They don't want to
What
call
about
it.
if you live there? I mean, J.D. Vance goes right to the core of policy, and he's been there. He knows how to do it. His life is affected from big government policies and how to
Be careful, what
make something of yourself when you're
The
against
same
the
thing.
J.D. Vance's interview.
The same like the last 4 years.
Over at fake news CNN.
Cow is losing.
Using the words that President Trump uses, so I'm using those
Việt Nam
words.
có thấy không?
Did such a great job. This was about a week and a half ago. J.D. Vance just shut it down. They're just trying to angle with other questions. And when you go against truth, you're going to look dumb. If you're not on the side of truth, you're going to look stupid.
Well, you and I, and classy Christina Loren, of course, all coming from mainstream news outlets. I remember those discussions, those trainings, particularly early on in our careers. The idea that it's not right or left or conservative or liberal or what have you on a topic. Is the sky blue? Is it sunny outside? Is it raining? There are just specific truths
That's it.
and natural law that binds us. Well, that's changed for a lot of mainstream outlets in the last